Did you know that one of Darth Vader's chosen bounty hunters was rumoured to have powers almost like a Jedi? Imagine being Han Solo, trying to outrun the Empire, only to find yourself hunted not just by blasters and droids, but by someone who could sense you through the Force. But who was this mysterious insectoid being, shrouded in mist and ritual, who could track prey across the galaxy with uncanny precision? How did this strange bond with his droid partner, Forlom, make them one of the most feared duos in the underworld? And why did his people, the Gands, see hunting as a spiritual calling rather than just a profession? Today, we're uncovering the story of Zuckuss, the findsman of Gand, the uncanny one, and the bounty hunter who blurred the lines between mysticism and mercenary. But before we start, bounty hunters in Star Wars all have their own unique edge. From Boba Fett's armour to Bossk's brutality, do you think Zuckuss's Force-like intuition made him one of the most dangerous hunters of them all? Or was it just superstition? Let me know in the comments below. Zuckuss wasn't like the other hunters we know. He came from the planet Gand, a toxic, ammonia-filled world where insectoid beings relied on respirators when off-world. But more importantly, Zuckuss was trained as a findsman, a kind of mystic tracker whose rituals blended religion and prophecy and hunting. The findsman believed that tracking someone wasn't just a skill, it was fate, guided by higher powers. Zuckuss himself failed a traditional rite of passage, the retrieval of a sacred Tikara flower, and was cast out of his clan. But exile pushed him toward the stars, where he became one of the first Gands to leave their atmosphere and hunt among the wider galaxy. But here's the chilling question. If the Force truly flows through all beings, did Zuckuss tap into a hidden sensitivity, or were his abilities nothing more than ancient superstition? On his path as a hunter, Zuckuss partnered with a droid, the protocol droid turned bounty hunter Forlom. If you want to know more about Forlom, I made a video on him last week. Where Zuckuss leaned on his rituals and instincts, Forlom calculated probabilities and cold logic. Together, they formed a partnership that balanced mysticism with machine precision. One of their earliest contracts was issued by Diva Lompop, targeting the Colasetto doctor Cribberiz Idolax. Zuckuss personally cut him down with his snare rifle, only to later discover it was actually Cribberiz's brother. That kind of mistake didn't just earn him enemies, it set a bloody tone for his career. The two would go on to become almost inseparable, flying aboard the Mist Hunter, a ship Zuckuss filled with gases to remind him of Gand. But what happens when an exile, who believes in prophecy, teams up with a droid who dismisses destiny as superstitious mumbo-jumbo? Can a duo so different truly stay united? If you're enjoying this deep dive into Star Wars bounty hunters, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We explore forgotten legends, hidden lore, and stories that shape the galaxy every week. Zuckuss's most famous encounters came when fate tied him to none other than Han Solo. Around 9 BBY, he and Forlom captured Han at the Valtos spaceport using Zuckuss's signature stun net rifle. But their triumph was short-lived, because Chewbacca burst out of the cargo and turned the tables. Later, their pursuit of Solo and Chewbacca led them to a strange jungle planet that nullified technology. Zuckuss found himself pinned under wreckage, begging Han for help. But once free, he instantly slapped binders on him, a betrayal that only deepened Han's hatred. The chaos ended with droid swarms attacking all sides, and once again Zuckuss was outplayed. By the time of the Battle of Hoth, Zuckuss was one of the hunters summoned by Darth Vader aboard the Executor. Vader needed the Millennium Falcon found at all costs. Yet despite Zuckuss's visions and tracking skills, it was Boba Fett who ultimately claimed the prize. But here's the deeper mystery. If Zuckuss could sense disturbances in the Force, did Vader know this? And did the Dark Lord see Zuckuss as just another hunter, or a potential Force user? When Han Solo was frozen in carbonite, the underworld erupted into chaos. Every hunter wanted the prize, and Zuckuss and 4-LOM weren't about to be left out. They tracked Boba Fett himself to Nar Shaddaa, and even boarded the Slave One. But Fett wasn't one to forgive trespassers. He detonated a bomb that sent Zuckuss tumbling from the ship, while 4-LOM was left shattered and reprogrammed against his will. Zuckuss, wounded and alone, was forced to hunt down his old friend, only to free him from the control of Cribberiz, the very family he had wronged years before. The cycle of vengeance had come full circle. Yet this arc shows us something fascinating. While most bounty hunters care only for credits, Zuckuss clung to loyalty, ritual, and bonds. Does this suggest he was never a true mercenary, but rather a misplaced mystic searching for belonging? After losing and regaining 4-LOM, Zuckuss eventually joined Tonga's crew, working alongside hunters like Bosk and Tasu Leech in the quest to protect the child Kadaliah. His abilities remained unmatched, sensing, tracking, and predicting the movements of prey in ways others couldn't. Even into the Galactic Civil War, Zuckuss stood apart. His methods weren't blasters first, but visions, omens, and instinct. And while many hunters met brutal ends, Zuckuss endured, a reminder that belief, even in the harsh galaxy of Star Wars, can be a survival tool as much as a weapon. Which leaves us with one final question. Was Zuckuss truly touching the Force, or was he just the galaxy's greatest believer in the power of fate? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next week, we are diving in to the history of Black Krrsantan, the infamous Wookiee bounty hunter. You won't want to miss it. If you are enjoying these videos, consider becoming a channel member, and let's uncover the galaxy's biggest secrets together. Thanks for watching.